what happened last time, Rod?
Well, it began with us making our way to Yarlamak, if I'm calling that correctly. The fortified city, not as big as the previous place we left, but a little bit more well prepared for defenses. As we walked in with a bit of some advice from the guards, or at least a direction to point, as we found out that a Witcher had found their way here and were located at a tavern that we realized it was Arnagad, of course. And after making sure we had a bit of a drink relaxation for a moment as we looked around this bustling, somewhat bustling place, went off to find him at an orphanage, surprisingly enough. Apparently interacted with the children, spending time and regaling with them stories that as he revealed that these are possibly new candidates for the Witcher program. And that, well, as we would learn later, that he has a bit of a deal with the headmistress to assign, to pay for the children and we need to escort them back towards, well, to prepare their new beginnings. Though we had a bit of pause as we noticed one of the children wearing the sigil of the Grim Blades on them, which a bit of a spook there as we did come back for a not so nice time as we later tell on again about what had transpired there at Gilabod and what we had, well, it wasn't a fun affair all around. Though he did give us some sympathies and some ideas what he would have done. He didn't really blame us, but try to explain that sometimes things like that happen, and it's sadly part of the journey of the road that we must follow, essentially. And though while he has his own contract going on, apparently dealing with something called the Sewer Dragon, he wasn't going to give that to us, of course, but he would a bit of a handout here as he couldn't really deal with that and taking care of this whole getting those new recruits to back to the Witcher home, so offered the job to us, and that he would pay us as long as we did our job well. And seeing as what it was, we thanked him for it, and of course decided to step up to take care of things where he left off, essentially. As we well started trying to get payment and transportation as we engaged with the children as well the next day, with mostly Ludmina and Alyssa having fun and talking with them, Alyssa showing off her sword to the kids, Zara talking with the headmistress to get a feel about what was going on, as we all later learned basically from each of our respective audiences about some things, mainly about the Grimblades. Janek was considered a hero for the children. That orphanage is actually probably where he came from, well, is where he came from, and that he would send money back and come back here almost every year or so, keep an eye on things. And the kids seemed to really look up on him, and she was really sad when the news of his death seemed to be given to her. And it's highly suggested that it's best not to tell the children right now, especially since there's a good chance when they get to the Witcher place they won't be having a good time. As Onaghan and the headmistress seem to have an understanding of keeping the idealistic nature of the kids, so they will be willing to volunteer their lives for this. A bit of a grim reminder of some of the dark things that we all go through to become witchers, essentially. As well as information about the sewer dragon, that it's not been here for long, but people have seen it, mostly drunken fools, rumors, things like that, but it's enough that people are concerned, and that's probably why the king has requested that this contract be fulfilled. But regardless, we still have our own mission to deal with, as we talk with the kids and hopefully prepare to get them taken care of properly, deciding if we would escort them ourselves or hire someone else to do it with the money that we were given. Back home, back into the inn we were waiting at, we also had a bit of a visit from that child who seemed to be wearing the Grimblade logo, Igor, as he revealed that actually the sewer dragon is a friend, a pet mostly, and he doesn't really want to get hurt and was hoping to plead his case to ask us to make sure Onaghan doesn't kill it, or maybe take with him or something like that. Anything he could do, because he definitely can control it, he promises. While we did hear his plea out, Zara did make a bit of a promise to him, mostly in a she will try, that not that she can guarantee, but she will try to save this creature or release it out in the wild so it won't be hopefully a target for harassment or be a target for anyone else, vice versa. Though she would later on, as we would later find out, this probably wasn't what he wanted to hear, as after the next day, we went about our perspective things, Zara getting supplies to hopefully capture whatever this thing is. Herzen still dealing with the possible connection of getting some transportation for the kids. Ilomina and Alyssa going back to the orphanage, where they found out that, well, Igor had gone missing. The kids were keeping quiet, and the headmistress was very upset. Upset enough to, of course, do the proper discipline for the children, much to Alyssa's charge, and she was very upset with that and took away the stick that the headmistress had. Was going to walk away with it before Ludmila reminded her about some things and calmed her down and took the stick back to apologize. So the headmistress was probably definitely annoyed with the whole thing. We met up with each other and discussed what was going on and decided to hopefully go to the Elven ruins and try to get this find Igor and get the creature all in one, hopefully. And with the supplies we had, and we decided to do that as well. Alyssa led the party with her skills to be able to see the night as well, and we came upon the creature seeming eating from a corpse of some unknown noble person or someone with at least high status, or money at the very least. Seeing the creature as dangerous, Alyssa's quick thinking made it so she was able to use the meat that we had to basically coax it to go into a proper place for us to use the net to capture it. And we used all our strength to get this thing onto the cart, keep it tied down, and keep it from rampaging as well. With the creature captured and no idea with Igor is at, we couldn't wait here too long, as the thing would probably get out of there with a bit of effort. Zara decided to go back to the orphanage, especially when Lamita mentioned the headmistress's annoyance at Alyssa, essentially. She made her way there to find Onagad and Igor and a very mad headmistress there. Talking about apparently he had snuck out, that Onagad had found him in the sewers. What the heck's going on? And Zara explained some things to Onagad off to the side, as he seemed to be a bit rightfully pissed off and annoyed with the whole thing. And especially when Zara mentioned that she really wants to try to at least save this creature. And we used Igor to do that as we went back to the others. And he was pissed. Laid everyone out toward us a new one, as he basically explained that there's this is something bad happened, but doesn't mean you can just be woefully ignorant about this whole thing, essentially. As we talked back and forth, Zara eventually asked Igor to see if she can calm the creature down, prove her wrong, us wrong that this could work out without us having to end this in a very bad note, essentially. And well, Igor decided to sing, apparently an elven song, and as he did so, you can see the magic as the water rippled and the creature came to a lull and calmed down immediately. And Onagad was shocked. We all were, as it seemed he had used magic to soothe the beast. And seeing this evidence, well, there's no way he feels comfortable bringing the kid back to the wizards and mages that were back home, and came with a new idea that instead of that, we'll send him off to the druids that he is aware of, somewhere out in Northeast. And while he isn't too happy how this ended, as he didn't leave a contract out, he was willing to help us with this one, as we took the beast, slung it over his shoulders, and we basically essentially left without too much effort. Even when the guards came up, Onagad was able to use the Witcher's signs to lull them into not answering too many questions, essentially. And we said goodbye to Onagad and Igor and wished them luck, as now we still have one last job to do, but it seems this one ended much better than the last one. As we made our way back, deciding what to do next and such things and where to go next, essentially. We got a bit of a letter as well. A man waiting for us with some desperate news from Gullabad. Apparently that, in the letter it seems the mayor is apologizing for what happened last time, that things have gotten dire, and that there is now a creature or some type of ghostly visage haunting the area, and they need his assistance immediately with a very good deal. It seems that things have gotten dire since we last left. With that news, I guess we ended with going to bed, as now we at least know what our next goal is going to be.
Oh, you didn't go to bed. You just returned to the city now. Calm down.
That's true. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Don't jump ahead. There's bad news first.
Okay.
As you make your way back into the town proper. Expecting Hirzan to be back at the tavern, he should have already kind of figured out he had like a day and a half or 2 days to deal with. Finding some sort of escort for the kids, someone reliable enough. Also, he took your money, which was very important. But as you return back to the tavern, Hirzan is nowhere to be seen.
I'm gonna ask the barman person if they've seen our brother here.
No, I don't believe haven't seen him since you were all together 2 days ago. I was a bit curious. You did pay for rooms, but they never showed up.
I see.
Sounds like a problem.
Yeah, it is definitely so, especially since he has. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Nod.
Kind of usher everyone else to a table hidden a little bit in the back. So, Harrison has not been here for 2 days. I know we've been a bit busy, but that's not a good sign. You're right, Lisa. It's definitely not a good sign.
I mean, I thought he could handle himself. I mean, maybe something happened on his way.
Maybe we can ask. Maybe the gate guards or something. Maybe they saw something. Don't want to be too.
Well, we sent him off to go find some mercenaries to hopefully see if they were willing to get hired for this job that we had. Damn it. Harrison's not one to abandon the quests before things are done, right?
I mean, maybe he didn't find any mercenaries, or none that would take the offer. And he's
But not-
still looking.
2 days? Without a rest? Where has he been sleeping? Where has he been eating?
That's a good question.
Grunt, do we know where Harrison first started off his, like, hey, go do this thing. Do we know who he first went to?
There's probably other taverns in the town. It's kind of like the only
can
way
go-
the only place you would actually find travelers. Maybe ask like at the local garrison, local barracks.
Like Lumina said. Okay. I guess we're on a hunt to find Harrison then.
Sounds like a plan. I mean, we don't want to lose him. But
So-
start looking for him.
Let's hope he didn't have sweet dreams again.
Yeah, I think we go off to, like I said, Lumina said, go check with the garrison, the guards, check to see if we can find anything.
Rather at night, but I assume you're kind of in a hurry.
Yeah, he's been gone for 2 days and we haven't noticed.
Make your way through through the town. Light rain. As by the time you get to the local barracks, well, the guards kind of like as you walk in, guard kind of like at the door looks at you and says, "Can I help you?"
We know it's late, but we were trying to find someone and wanted to ask you if you might have seen him.
Okay.
She's gonna describe Houston.
Thought that. No, I don't. Doesn't. I think I would have noticed someone like that.
Do you know anyone who might have seen him, who comes around?
No, lady, I haven't had any reports.
You sure? I mean, we're desperately looking for him, and
Well, I haven't seen anything, and nobody reported any noise complaints. No fights were happened. kind of like turns back to his like tankard of ale.
Could we insight this guy just to be safe?
Yeah,
Which one is that called again?
can roll me wits.
Ah,
Actually, no, you can roll me heart. This is heart.
ah, God damn it.
Can we all or just one?
Yeah, you can roll. Yeah, you're pretty sure he just doesn't give a fuck about you.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
great.
enough.
Kind of creepy,
Go.
kind of putting him off. One of
I
you
could
does
make-
stand out, but yeah, he does not give like it. Fucking late at night, throwing you outside. Fuck off.
I
Gotcha.
could burn.
'Cause, if we want, we can try. Thank you, sir. So we can try looking around the local tavern, see if he's been sighted there.
Might ask maybe the gate guards, maybe they've seen him pass by.
Worth a
hurt.
try.
Or we can do both. I say, well, gang, let's split up, gang.
I would say let's split up. Let's see how this goes.
Splitting up is always the best option.
Who's gonna go to check up at some of the city gates?
Oh, we're all going.
Oh,
we're
you're all-
joking about
okay.
splitting up. We're not that crazy.
This fucking guy, the most fucking scaredy cat, which is like
It's not scary cat wishes. It's
we're
that we can't
literally
afford to get-
murder machines, but like yes, it's fine.
And here Sid's been gone for 2 days. I don't think that doesn't look good, Grog. That doesn't really look good for the murder machine thing.
Yeah, but like it's Hirzen.
Because he was always the one. That's the reason you got out of the female group.
Yeah, no, you go in one of the main gate houses. Because again, the guard kind of like looks at you like the rain is just kind of like just wet. That it's just wet without any sort of it's in a foul mood to say the least. It's like sees the three of you approaches. Kind of like already is rolling his eyes.
We really don't want to disturb you, sir. But we got some questions. Do you think you might be able to answer them?
Sure. How can I help you?
We were looking for a friend of ours, describing his, and maybe you've seen him or know someone who has seen him in the last 2 days.
He shakes his head, says, "You sure someone that stands out and seen anything? You're the only ones I've seen. Well, and the big guy, but doesn't sound like the one you're describing."
What big guy?
I assume he means Armageddon. That
Most likely, unless there's like a fifth
Oh,
Witcher,
okay.
sixth Witcher in town.
yeah, her son is a bit smaller, small stature compared to Armageddon.
Appreciate the efforts. Thank you for letting us know. If you see him, please find us and tell us if it's possible.
I'll let him know he's being looked after.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Hope the rain's gonna stop.
Tell me about it.
Wish you a good night.
Likewise.
Well, that's not good then. Either he didn't leave the city, more likely, so he's still here. No one has reported him missing, which is, well, not good to say the least. We could try to start looking at every tavern we can find and see if we can get
There's
a
not
whiff of where
that many
he's
in
been.
the city. It's
Okay.
probably like 3 at most. Maybe 4.
So, are we ready to begin the long trek to look to see if we can find our brother?
I mean, I expected my night to be calmer and relaxed, but I mean, we need to look after him.
We already wasted 2 days' time with everything going on. We should have been paying attention.
Yes.
Let's get out the rain. Everything bad that ever happens usually happens in the rain, apparently.
Well, apparently so. Gathering. Roll gather information.
Is that alright with you guys? I can roll if that's okay.
Yeah, you have to eyes.
Go ahead.
The we kicked.
You do go around the taverns, ask a couple of people. Some of them have seen Hirzan about a day ago, but haven't seen him since.
Is there a particular place they saw him, or he's just all over, essentially? Like, if you can try to comprehend a list of where he's been.
Well, I mean, he was at all of these places asking for people to help out with the kids. But other than that, people haven't been like keeping track of him.
Is there any group or mercenary group that I assume we're asking the bartenders or something like that who's caught his eye that he spoke with eventually?
There's a couple of them. Following the mercenary groups is not. None of them are as big as the Grimblades, but there are a couple of companies of a dozen or so men that have been through the areas. Of course, like the bartenders don't like keep a track on them, but there's like a couple in the city.
Well, hopefully they're willing to see some distraught customers then.
Have money.
Where's our money at?
What a funny fictitious concept.
I mean, with the young ladies, I mean,
Yeah, 3 young ladies with fucking armed to the fucking teeth with
Those
cat
mean are
eyes. Yes, clearly
the
the
most charming of individuals.
the most approachable group of people. Oh, but
there has to be someone we can deceive.
yeah, Steve can like again, people aren't just gonna be friendly towards you. They don't know you. You're outsiders. You're travelers. Have no reputation. Don't really seem to. At the very least, you can be certain there hasn't been any sort of very public incident. Because at that point, people might have been talking about it.
Yeah. So, what we have right now is that Harrison was seen a day ago. He was doing the task that we gave him, and no one else has seen him since. We have literally no idea where he's been, other than the fact that he's talked to some mercenary groups.
Yes. Where to begin to look?
Ah. Good. Begin to see if any mercenary groups took the job at the very least. I assume either they would have gone straight to the orphanage, or they would have, more than likely, be waiting for Harrison's word. Now we can ask if the headmistress has seen any sign of him, or we can try to go to every single mercenary company that can give us any lead and hope that goes somewhere. I say we head to the orphanage, see if she's gotten any notices from anyone, and then
Yes.
if that doesn't work, mercenary group it is, right?
Yes. Seems like the better option.
You're all very exhausted, tired. Why don't you come and endure stress if you're gonna just push through the night like this? Well,
Mm.
I'll take-
Zara, take -1.
A -1 spirit too? Okay. Is it both -1 spirit and momentum?
Uh,
Okay.
as yeah, you push through the hardness as you venture to the orphanage. As it's very late in the night, knock at the door and the headmistress opens up and says, "What? You know what the hour is?"
I apologize, Headmistress. We didn't mean to cause any problems. We're just trying to ensure that we're trying to locate our brother right now. If you wanted to ask if you had any contact with any of the mercenary groups he may have hired or seen Hearson himself. I apologize.
No mercenary groups have shown up at this place, nor your friend.
Would like to insight this one, Grunt?
Feel free to roll a wits or heart.
You guys can roll, I think, right?
Oh,
Nice.
I convert. What? Miss with a mash?
You-
What the? Instead of fuck, instead of
yeah, it's a critical fail.
Oh, can I burn momentum to prevent
Yes,
that?
I would
Thank you very
highly
much.
suggest you do that.
It's a strong of a match
Okay.
now.
Okay.
let me flip the coin real quick.
Yeah, no. She seems rather upfront, if not annoyed by your presence. But not only is she doesn't seem to be lying. There's like no signs around here that would indicate that either the kids have left. There's like the courtyard looks quite undisturbed. And she doesn't particularly have any fight right now.
Gotcha. Apologies. We'll leave you to your sleep, Headmistress.
She kind of like mumbles as she closes the door loudly in front of you.
Well, that was a bust then. Guess we're gonna-
I'm starting to feel that she doesn't like us.
It's understandable. We've been the best, shown our best selves to her.
Yeah.
Well, the next best thing is to talk to a bunch of mercenaries and hope one of them gives us something, right? And if not, I guess, break their legs. I don't really know exactly the next step.
It's gonna take
Public incident, perhaps.
us a while to get to every mercenary group if we stay together.
Are you suggesting we split up and hope nothing unatoned happens to the rest of us?
Many of them. The problem is, it's late at night and they're probably all sleeping.
Yeah, the question I have, Grant, is this: do we even have enough money to pay for a room? Because Harrison has all our money, so.
Listen, maybe not a room, but maybe you can sleep in the stables. Maybe
I
like
see.
clean the place up. You can definitely just slum around. That's always an option. But no, you don't actually have enough money to pay for. How much supply do you have?
Well, we had
One.
2 supply. Because we got it from the dead body. We got money from the dead body.
What's true, you know, too. I mean.
That wouldn't have given you 1 supply. A bunch of coins.
Why do I have 2 supply then?
I don't know.
What
Put
do
it down to
I'm at
1. Yeah, put it down to 1. Red? No. Unfortunately.
Reds, I'll take your bookie. You too busy writing the journal.
So technically you do, but you will be literally left with nothing if you empty your pockets of everything. purchase accommodations.
If
So
I'm in the stable.
I'm not, but we don't have much options. Stables it is.
I mean, I had Wes.
Oh,
As yeah, you return back to the tavern as things are definitely kind of in a low. As the innkeeper would just like seeing you like, yeah, well, I don't see a problem. If you're willing to help me clean up, there's a lot of dishes that have been piling up throughout the night. May take the stables.
We thank the nice innkeeper for his patience with us.
Yeah, you'll help out for about an hour until everything's kind of cleaned up, washing the dishes, cleaning the tables and the floors, and other even more unpleasant things. There's a lot of manure to be shoveled around. But eventually, you'll be able to be granted a shelter from the weather. At the very least, the hay provides a bit of comfort and warmth. Well, by the time you wake up, it's morning. The rain itself has mostly ended.
Well, a new day, another chance to hopefully find Harrison and get this thing taken care of.
Yes, let's hope we can find him today.
Well, let's go say hello to some mercenaries.
You'll spend several hours going from place to place, chatting, and you quickly, well, realize that, well, apparently Hirzen, isn't, well, he was asking around. Apparently, found someone, one of the people you ask, he'll say that he did actually spot Hirzen. I think he left with one of those. I believe they were from Kovir, but not exactly sure with these people. The funny accents gave them away a bit.
Is there a place they usually seem to stick to, so we can find them and have a lovely conversation?
No, I don't. They were staying here for tonight, but once your friend talked with them, they apparently left together. I haven't seen them since. I assumed they just left. He was looking for people to something about transport.
Ah, I see then. Do you know in what particular direction they went? We had to hopefully have a chance to meet up and catch up with them in time.
Just kind of shrugs.
Thank you regardless, sir. Appreciate it.
As yeah, you kind of like says to you, well, at the very least, they did stand out. So if you ask about them,
to the gate guard we go.
as the yeah, I double back as there's another guard. The people are kind of like going in and out of the gates as you approach some of the guards.
Is this the same dude from last night or a different one?
No. Finally, he got his shift over.
Hey there, kind sir. Have you noticed any Kovirian mercenaries perhaps going through?
Yes, they left. Was it yesterday or the day before that? I don't remember exactly. I believe they had a small boat, and I think they sailed down the river.
Was there anyone with them with blonde hair at all? I actually don't know what they look like.
No.
Be honest.
And
Gotcha. Gotcha. Sit down river, right?
he nods.
Thank you. It's appreciated. Kind of like takes a moment to walk away, and Zara turns to the others when we're out of earshot, essentially. So, either our brother Kirsten has been taken, kidnapped, or they left the city, or some other thing has happened. It's hard to say. So, we're in a bit of an impasse here.
Can I
Yes,
get every option as possible?
Do we try to follow this lead to see if they've gone up down the river like he's mentioned? We still have the job to do with the children in the orphanage that's not being taken care of right now. We have no money to deal with it.
Also, the urgent request for aid from the alderman back in Gallipoli.
Yeah. And if they've been gone, they've had 2 days ahead of us. If they've gone downriver with Kirsten at that.
On
They
a
could
boat-
still be in the
on a
city.
boat as well.
They could still be in the city. It doesn't mean there was all of them who went downriver, right?
I mean, if people have seen Hirsen last day, I mean,
No, they've seen him 2 days ago.
oh yeah, okay, we slept, yes.
You have been searching for him for about a day.
Mm.
What do you all think? We are out of supplies. Pearson is missing, and we have, well, 2 jobs that need our attention. I say we continue to see if maybe there's more of these mercenaries still left in the city.
Well, the implication was that they do stand out, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they stand out, there might be some more still here. So that's what she's
you
suggesting.
didn't. Well, yeah, maybe.
So I say we keep searching the city for them. Maybe have a chance to find some here.
I mean, we can give it a try, but I mean, we went through the city and we haven't really seen anyone.
Oh, you went to the
Thank
city
you.
looking for Hirson. Now we're looking for the city for mercenaries that apparently have funny accents. If they've done
Sure.
something to him, that's it. If they've done something to him, then I don't think they would want him to be standing out as well, right?
Possible, yes.
Well, let's go give our best face forward to Charm and hopefully get some information. Alyssa, it's all on you now.
To
Awesome.
someone gather information.
It's up to you, Alyssa. It's all on you
Oh
now.
god. Looking at my wits is gonna be
What's your wits at?
1.
Never mind. Sorry. I didn't
You're gonna spot the mercenaries. You're gonna send Alyssa to talk to them.
I got it.
So you kind of like double back, and as you're kind of like going about, asking about them, trying to see if there's any still left, you don't spot anyone's. But as this is going on, Zara, there's a thought that kind of like dawns on you. You're not really sure on the geography, but Ovir isn't that far of a place for these people to have funny accents.
Oh. God damn.
Just the thing. It's like, well, the regions are like different, but are they different enough that people here would consider them to have funny accents, like your average fucking peasant and everyone? Like, yeah, no, they stand out. Now they claim to be Kovirian mercenaries, but it's
Yeah,
it's an
okay.
inconsistency, Lar. It's a clear inconsistency.
I'm not sure. Based on how can I guess the person we talked could describe the accent? Is there a way to even
Fuck no.
pinpoint exactly? Shit. Well,
These people have no idea what the funny accent is like. They I think their best impression would be they talk a lot. They kind of like pinch their nose and just kind of like talk a bit like that, but I don't know if that helps you a lot.
it's not. Well, good news, bad news, mostly bad news. I don't really think these mercenaries are Kavirian, or at least they're saying they are, but they're definitely not. Kavirian's too close for them to have funny accents, so it has to be someone a bit farther out of there than usual. And that's not yes.
There goes our one flimsy lead.
Yes, that's true. I'm not sure if there's anyone who's seen any other folk who have accents that have noticed, but I assume we've been asking people like, "Hey, have you seen anyone with an accent or anything like that?"
Yes.
Grunt?
No, I mean, again, no, they seem to have left the city. It hasn't. It's not like there's a fucking army of them. There's like about 10 or 12 guys.
And it says there could literally be real Kavirian mercenaries who are here and left, and they might not even be our guys. As
Might be a
well.
red herring.
Very well then. We have, as you said, Lumina, we have no leads now. The fact that they've left the city, but there's no guarantees that's the people we're looking for. They didn't have Hirson with them, and if that's the case, they're far off in another direction.
On a boat as well. Or if we are faster, then we will be on foot.
And who knows how far and how long that will take us when we have other pressing issues. Let's see exactly what downriver they would have gone. Is there a near port or sea that's close to they would have to be able to stop at for supplies or such?
The closest
London?
large city would be Port Venice, or if they headed towards the south of the coast, would be Blaviken.
Any suggestions? I'm a bit out of leads here.
I mean, we still got 2 jobs. I mean,
We have no supplies. We don't know the precise direction where to go.
Only other option is escort the children back home. We have no, like I said, we only have one supply. I don't think that's enough to entice a mercenary group to do the job for us, as well as contract for Gillibol with their possibly ghostly issues. And who knows what these people are doing to Hirson. Come on, can I ask the Oracle exactly what I should do now? Because I'm a little bit lost of what to do next here.
All depends. What do you want to? You can do so many things. The question is, what do you want to achieve?
Well, we need to finish the job for Anagan, because we did promise that, and they've already been paid. But we have no money to pay for mercenary groups, so the only option is to, at least for us, take them ourselves, which will mean
Yes.
moving farther out. And we still have the Gillybob thing. Because the only thing I can think of doing is either taking the kids to Gillybob and then doing the job and paying paid enough to pay for mercenaries to take them the rest of the way, and then we go back.
That is an actual option. Yes.
He will say that out loud. Says, it pains me to say it, but we may have to take care of this job first for Gillybob with the children in tow, and then double back for Hirson. I don't think we'll be able to catch up. Like you said, we don't have any ways to do that in no direction where they're going. And we have no resources.
yes, it's our main concern, and I mean, it's probably our only real chance to get through this. We can hire the mercenaries on the way when we get some supplies ourselves.
I suggest it's the only path we can go forward with, and hope Pearson is all right. And if he's not, if something's happened to him, butcher everyone who's ever touched a hair in his head, and then go from there.
I love the sound of that.
Sounds like the only plan we have.
Very well. We'll put our best faces forward to the headmistress and begin our journey then.
As
Yeah,
but-
maybe you talk to the headmistress.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk to her. I think,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, me and Zara will talk about it.
Talk to the children.
Just smile and wave.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
Run.
Oh,
I want to ask, did I don't think he is, but double check. Did Anagon take the cart that Zara bought with the money we had?
Which card? You
The
did.
one
You
we-
did have to transport the thing and something.
Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of thought
yes.
so. Yeah. Okay then. Well, this is going to be an early training, Witcher training for the children along the way, I guess.
Just gonna take you like several more days to do it.
With small children.
Normally it would be like I would say a 3-4 day trip for you. It's probably gonna be almost 2 weeks now. It's unless you
Yeah.
want to just fucking kick them to just keep moving.
Oh, let's go say hello to the headmistress and gather our possible new recruits.
You make your way. It's about midday when you get there. As she is outside, kind of sweeping some of the courtyard, looks at you and says, "How many more days until we take them off my hands?"
We are taking them off your hands now, my lady.
About
Seems we
time.
finished our business.
Well,
Apologize
then,
for that.
No matter. I'll let them know to get ready. They should be out shortly. And she's gonna head back inside to get them to prepare and leave with you. As yeah, you wait for about like half an hour before several kids walk out with you. As they all seem quite excited to become knights and heroes of legend.
Maybe 4 or 5 of you will make it out of here alive. Depending on the number we actually have, not gonna lie.
Listen, a third will survive at least the first trial.
Well then, we'll make our way then. We'll be heading off to Gillibol, and then things further from there. Has everyone gotten everything they need?
They don't seem to have much on.
I know.
Some of them
Come on.
have like these sort of clearly like rugged and stitched over shoes and clothes. They're like, yeah.
Very well then.
One of
Say
them will kind
goodbye,
of like
children.
raise his hand. Are you gonna walk over there?
Yes, we're using the. It's a chance for you to experience what it would be like on the road, as many witches will experience. See it as a preliminary.
Listen,
It's a great practice.
they're all excited right now.
Yes.
We see about that in a few days.
Few days, few hours.
Look, we'll try to make it fun by lying to them and telling them about plant life and what not to eat.
Yeah, no. If you're not gonna force march them, then I'm gonna probably take about 2 weeks to get to Gallipoli.
Look, on the way, we'll teach them about survival, foraging, how to gather supplies from nature when you have no fucking
That's
money.
a good point. That's a good. Let's see you gather some of those. Let's see you forage a bit, because I don't know. I don't think you'll have enough food.
We will not, Grunt. These are children. They eat a lot.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna die, kids.
So
There's a way to do it, I believe.
Yeah, there's a resupply thingy. There's
Yeah,
resupply.
yeah,
wall.
that's the thank you, Mac. Yeah, you can all. Well, no, one of you can make the resupply move.
Who wants to resupply the kids?
Probably you because you.
Yeah, you. It's a
Oh, it
whistle.
is?
It is a
Oh,
win.
Yes.
shit. Goddamn.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's a strong hit.
Oh, we get two supply.
Nice.
Don't what? Already put the 2 supply in. What are you gonna? I'm gonna be like, well, now you have to just spend it to keep these kids fed and yourselves.
All right, back to one.
Yeah, I'll go back to where it was. I think mine's
Momentum.
at 3. Yeah.
Because it's 2 weeks, so it's gonna take a while.
Sorry, you reduced momentum.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I did momentum. Damn, sorry.
Gotta make sure you don't lose that. You might need that.
I think at this point you can all reset your momentum back to 2.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I was at 8.
At least I used my momentum. Never mind, it wasn't so bad. Fucking saving that for real.
Grunt. Just before I forget, I've had 3 health pools this entire time since we've been in the city. Do I heal one at any
Yes,
point?
you can heal both of them. Honestly, in these 2 weeks, there's enough time for your wounds to heal,
Okay.
so it's fine. I will also say you can heal all your stress, all of you.
Gotcha.
Because these 2 weeks would be more or less uneventful, and the fact that you've managed to forage so well, you'll hunt, you'll forage, you'll teach these kids how to cook, how to skin an animal, just some basic things that will definitely help with morale. As see Gullible in the distance, as you are currently on the road, getting there quite soon. Find this. As you'll be there rather late in the sun is definitely setting. As quite late.
I think I assume we're like not too far off getting there before Zara turns to the others. Says, well, we're back here again. I suggest we keep an eye on the children. I don't really trust this place with them at all.
Understandable. I mean, it's not the best place to play around.
And do not forget, these children look up to the Grimblades. And they do not know about what has transpired. We might not be able to keep that. Once there might be a chance they'll find out, but we'll hopefully try to make the blow not as down as it could be.
So is you kind of like see some of the smoke rising in the nearby to it. There's something odd about at the moment. As almost out of nowhere, kind of like this sort of thick fog starts to flow in from the river.
Tell the children to keep close, keep within eyesight, and don't go wandering off. Essentially, she kind of barks that order.
And this is gonna be at the end of the group, just looking that no one's gonna escape.
As you put a guard out, as you, I presume, keep pressing through the fog. There's a figure that stands on the road. It's kind of hard to make out anything but a silhouette. as it does
Uh,
just stay there silently.
if the group's with us, Zara would call him a halt as she calls out. Says, "Evening, traveler. Are you all right? We don't wish for trouble here. Just trying to pass on through."
As in this fog, all the sounds around you seem to just dampen that thing, that bit. Person in front of you doesn't really respond as it kind of starts slowly moving towards you. You can see that it's holding out one of his hands. You can kind of like tell the outline of a large sword.
Keep the children back. Kind of like gets her weapon ready, essentially.
He's just gonna ready her bow.
And then, are you just hold your ground? Like what's
I'm basically telling him to stop. As like I said, I don't know who this is. I can't really see what it is. Other than the fact he's a sword, so my weapon's ready. I'm not sure if he can even see us.
well, it's moving towards you. Pretty heavy and deliberate steps. And as you
Look, Grunt.
feel the cold, almost kind of like send shivers down your spine.
And I assume after the first one or two halts, it still moves
Yeah,
toward us, right?
doesn't seem to give a shit.
So I would call out to Alyssa to shoot her bow, if that's all right.
Yeah, she's trying to shoot him at his legs if possible. Just trying to stall for some time.
Well, are you gonna engage with this thing though? The movement where you decide to fight against?
I think so, because we have children behind us. No, it's not stopping, and we can't see where we're going, so. I'm not sure how the children are reacting at all to this whole thing either.
Well, they're clearly fucking terrified.
Yeah, so
That's yeah, no, that's fine. As you know what, Alyssa, since you're gonna just at it, enter the fray. It's a fray upfront. There's no real tactics here.
What should I roll it with? With well, like go with hard shadow with.
You all are shooting the bow, so like oh, you're I would say hard because you're like just straight up just shooting at them. Not really. Well, you take the shot as the arrow just kind of like flies at it. Doesn't seem to react to anything, but you kind of like lose sight of it. It's hard to keep track of it. But it's still moving towards you. We'll have the initiative though.
Grunt, we have no idea exactly what this is. Is there any type of information that Zara can glean to figure out what exactly we're dealing with right now?
Zara, you have no fucking idea. You don't even see the thing. It's clearly not a normal dude. That's for sure. I have no idea what sort of monster, of what even abilities. Again, you don't even see it properly. Now, the children at this point are actually like terrified to the point they are looking that they will bolt on the opposite side. So, if you want to stop them from running,
Yeah, definitely. Keep them together.
somebody needs to roll me a heart. Let's see how you.
Oh, a
inspire
heart.
them. Unless you want to beat them into staying there, that's also an option, I guess.
Yeah.
The Imperial Army option, just shoot one, then the rest will follow.
Is there a way for us to run with the children, but make sure we don't lose one in the
Yes,
fog or
you
anything?
can in fact just all get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking we should do.
Yeah, tactical
Yeah,
retreat.
talked a bit.
That's
Yes.
We don't have any tools to fight the Spectre right now.
Mhm.
As you all turn around and bolt. I think Zara, you were the one that was like most upfront, right?
Yeah, putting herself between them.
Why
and
don't you
whatever the
roll
fuck this
me?
thing-
Why don't you roll me an endure harm?
I gotcha.
Well, as the turn around and run, this thing just kind of like you again, you like turn around and you feel like I mean, you all just bolt. As you try and make a run for it, Zara, you suddenly see the thing sort of shimmer into existence in front of you as it swings its blade at you, and you manage to just kind of like duck, sidestep. It's just enough that it misses you. As you can get a much better glimpse at the thing now, looking at you, as you can see the kind of like strands of fog hanging onto it. It's, well, undead visage just staring at the sunken hollow eyes. Specters come in all sizes and shapes, though. Doesn't really help you much, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Does it look familiar at all, Grant?
No.
Was it? I gotcha. And is it alright to take the one momentum?
I don't think your health is.
It says when you get a strong hit, either choose one: embrace the pain, take one momentum, or shake it off
Yes.
if your health is. Yeah, gotcha.
I'm not sure if we're gonna continue running.
Yes, because if it's a specter, like I said, we don't know which one it is, and we don't know how to fight it.
Well, you can definitely give me. Trying to get away from it. Do you? What are the other? Do the other two just continue running? Do you not stop at all?
No, Elise is gonna watch over the children so we don't lose anyone. But she's gonna run.
As well,
I'm just
Zara,
ready to parry, I guess, any hit, if he attacks at all.
so are you
Like-
actually stopping or no? Because you are running, you can't really be ready to parry any hits and
Ah.
also run at the same time. But you do notice that Zara was attacked just like a second ago. Mac.
I'll try to relieve Zara a bit. Do a bit of flanking maneuver.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a roll to hit? You have the initiative, so see how you do.
Do I want to go? No, I'll not go duelist. I think any hit would be good. Or am I a bitch? I'm not a bitch. I'll go duelist. Basically, if I have a weak hit, it's a miss. But if I get a hit, then I get extra harm.
Yep.
Strong hit.
So that would be 2 harm. 3 harm. Because it's 2 from your weapon plus 1. Fuck this, I hate these calculations. As you turn around and Zara, as Ludmina comes in and just kind of like swings. What weapon are you using again?
2 swords.
You begin swinging the blades at it. That's let me. This one, that's a total of 4, right? As Ludmila, you step in and start unleashing a barrage of blows as your blade kind of just sinks into it pretty heavily, although the thing doesn't seem to even really give a shit about you, as it sort of kind of like shimmers away as it kind of like disappears into the fog.
Wait, any blood or
Alyssa.
something? Nothing?
Hmm?
No blood, no nothing, just
No.
kind of like a hole in the body.
No blood, nothing. Alyssa, give me an endure harm move now. As yeah, you can take your +1 momentum as thing kind of like moves to swing at you, and you just kind of like, as you're running, manage to duck underneath its strike, avoiding it. What's everyone doing at this point?
Zara will turn to others. This is, what are you doing? Run, run! She tries to like keep going right now. Hopefully the kids are still in view.
Yeah, the problem is you're running in the same direction, so
Yeah. As long as one of us distract it so the other ones can run, because if that's the case, then
you did
Zara will.
just see this
Yeah.
thing sort of teleport, close the distance from blitz
Yeah.
from you to Alyssa in like a blink of an eye.
But then we'll try
Oh.
to continue annoying it, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, I'd rather just keep running until we get out of the fog because there's really nothing we can really do to combat this thing.
Yeah, is that, get the kids sword steady. I'll try to annoy it a bit.
Lisa would have tried to attack him while he was trying to attack her, if it's possible.
Yeah. Roll me to hit. Everyone's just strong hitting, so this is just the successful set. God. Yeah. Turn around and you start. What weapon are you using?
She is trying to use her bow if it's possible.
Your what?
Bow.
It's literally in melee with you. That's
Oh,
possible.
okay. Then she's gonna use her sword.
You rolled with edge, didn't you? Well, it's fine.
Yes.
So iron, that would be like 1. I don't think it makes it. I think we'll turn it into a weak hit though, right? Doesn't have it to
let me check
match.
there is a playroom for strong hit, but I'm not sure how much the playroom is. Let me check this out.
No, it's
It's
sensitive
good.
if it. You know what? Just
Oh.
reroll. I'm not. Whatever. Just reroll
Oh, okay.
with iron. Finally, somebody failed this. Thank God.
Not so happy.
I was like, but yeah.
Well,
Look, as you start, what's your weapon, Alyssa?
It's just a simple sword and melee.
As you turn around and you just kind of like hit it it just deflects your blade. Kind of just will kind of go to deep down as the blade just kind of like sinks deep, and you just feel like the force of this thing. So you just get like brought on your fucking knees, take 5 harm.
What?
Yeah. As you kind of like are being sent back reeling by this insanely powerful blow. You've never been hit this hard in your life. As you all see Alyssa just kind of like be flung backwards as she tumbles away from this creature. The kids do manage to kind of like go around it and start running the other way towards the town now,
Mission
bypassing
successful.
you. But this thing just kind of like glances in their direction. And you're pretty sure I've seen this pattern of what's gonna happen next.
Yeah,
Absolutely not,
we run to the kids and ready to the best we can, I guess. Want
Yeah,
to
we'll
jump?
hit this thing if I have to. Fuck that. Look at me, you motherfucker.
As you just kind of, well, you don't have the initiative anymore, so one of you feel free to roll first. Whoever would
Okay.
attack.
Just clash.
Yeah.
I'll go for another duel this time. +1 from duelist. Yeah, there you go.
And that's as you just kind of like take center stage as you start laying waste to this thing. It doesn't seem to be that phased by your attacks. As it parries some do through its guard. It's clearly not as skilled of a combatant as you are. Although its resilience is pretty much clear to you.
Yeah, it's undead. It's a fucking undead. It doesn't care about pain.
Well, it certainly feels rather physical right now. What are you gonna do, Zara?
Because I don't know anything else how to fight this thing, so right now I was keeping it distracted while the kids get to the city. So she's gonna try to help back up Lumina by fighting this thing as well. So I think I rolled that. I get a weak hit.
Yeah, you also managed to start wailing on this thing. As it kind of like reels back and kind of like lets out a loud shriek, all of you feel free to use the endure stress.
Gotcha.
God damn! Holy shit!
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to bother any of you. As you kind of like stand your ground. As it seemingly shimmers. And who wants to? It's still gonna like try and kill you. So, Alyssa, you are pretty wounded. I'm not sure if you're gonna stay down or like try and keep away from the thing.
She is trying to keep away. Keep a great distance from the thing.
That's not a wise thing. The string doesn't care about it. But anyway, Lubina will say it's just a fucking. Stay together. The string can teleport around.
As it turns around, and it will just shimmer again away as it appears near to Alyssa. So feel free to flash as it just like it's gonna swing its sword at you again.
I hate my life.
As you like again see just this thing kind of like shimmer as it reappears, rematerializes behind Alyssa and just fucking wounds her deeply as you let out a scream of pain as you collapse on the ground. You are currently quite wounded on death's door, actually.
Gonna run
Where?
to Alyssa. Can I run towards Alyssa to try to either have a chance to pick her up and get the fuck out of here? Because if she's down, we're fucked.
Yeah, you can run up to her. The thing is, just there ready to strike again. So,
I'll try to distract it.
yeah, Ludmila, roll me another combat roll, another clash. And I'll say Zara, you can roll me secure an advantage.
Gotcha.
Another strong hit. I added the +2 from the duelist.
As yeah, you keep wailing on the thing. I'm not
Right,
sure if
can
you're
I-
making any progress on this thing.
Can I use my Slayer to, when you roll a secured advantage, when you're ready? Oh, I guess I was readying myself for a fight. Never mind. That's
I was
another
gonna
thing.
say you're not ready for your fight. You are in fact just
Yeah.
helping Alyssa get the fuck out.
I'll use my wits. That's all right.
Yeah. Manage to kind of like get her up as you like start helping her hobble along. As the thing will swing at you. Feel free to give Northland an endure harm roll. Well, luckily for you, you managed to push Alyssa like away from you as the sword comes swinging, and you kind of like duck as the blade kind of goes just a bit wide of you. As well, Alyssa, you are kind of like on the back foot. Ludmila, feel free to roll me another flash. Actually, no, it would
Yes.
be
Strike or
yeah,
clash?
strike because you have the initial attack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll go for another duelist, so if it's a weak hit, it's a miss. Oh my god!
Listen. You are definitely winning as you are providing a bit of alleviation to your companion's situation, as the two of you kind of are not in harm's way at the moment. As Ludmila positions herself between the creature and you two, as the revenant keeps kind of blocking your blade, but you manage to get strikes in, and at the very least clearly keep it distracted.
I like to just help Alyssa keep moving to get. Hopefully, I assume the kids are out of harm's
Yeah,
way
you
right now.
don't see them anymore, so
Okay, so gonna try to get not Zara. Zara's gonna try to get Alyssa towards that safety as well.
as you start moving away, Ludmila, you notice the thing again shimmer out. As
I fall back immediately. I have to try to fucking.
you can't teleport, unfortunately for you.
Yeah, I know, but I'll get it. I'll try to.
As well, Zara, feel free to give me an endure harm roll, as it will
Gotcha.
again teleport, try and strike on. As well, it's clearly targeting you, some reason. As well. You manage to kind of like, again, just barely duck out of its strike as it just. It's not that it's fast; it's that apparently it can just move through the fog like it's nothing. This one you don't manage to get away from cleanly, as it does kind of cut you up on the arm. Take -1 to your health, as the
Gotcha.
wound kind of just your blood starts spilling a bit. Ludmila, feel free to roll me another strike.
Strike or attack?
Strike.
Oh my god,
Well,
that's a mess.
It was bound to happen eventually, but you again leap to the aid of your friends. As this time, because of you have to rush, it kind of like turns back and it will just shoulder you a bit. Feel free to also give me an endure harm roll.
Yes, sir. It's a weak hit.
Yeah, you feel you bruised the shoulder as you kind of like get pushed back. Take -1 health. This thing has colossal strength. It was just like a single shoulder hit from it was enough to just reel you back 2 meters.
That's it. Just have to distract it.
It is a bit distracted, but what is everyone doing at the moment?
I said right now I think Zara is trying to. I'm not sure how well this is doing right now, but drag her to safety
Alyssa
essentially
is
right now.
still heavily wounded. Are you gonna
Yeah.
continue to keep running away with Alyssa?
Yeah, because she's basically gonna be one hit and she's dead essentially. So there's no way to keep her in this fight without worrying that she might be killed.
Feel free to give me another endure harm.
I know.
Oh no!
As you as you see Ludmina again keeping the thing busy a bit, you grab Alyssa and again start dragging her, helping her move along. And as you just put enough distance, Ludmina, feel free to give me another. Well, this time will be flash because
Strong hit.
lovely. As you pick back up, now it's again focused on you. You square off. As you notice your friend put some distance, again it just kind of like blinks away, appears next to them, takes a swing. This time, unfortunately, Zara did not dodge in time. Zara also take -5 to your HP.
I'm dead. I'm at 0 grunt. Wait,
That's-
yeah, because I have 4, so I'm
That
dead.
doesn't mean you're dead.
I gotcha.
It means you are at a 0. You're at death's door. You're not even wounded, Zara. Calm down. This
I got
ain't
hit earlier,
D&D.
so
Yeah, no, it just swings, and as you maybe this time trying to parry it, it pushes, it breaks through your guard with incredible strength, and flings you on the ground as it kind of like its blade cleaves deep into your collarbone, to the point where you let out a scream of pain. What are the other two doing? What's Alyssa doing? What's Ludmina doing? Ludmina, are you just gonna pursue the thing yet again?
Yeah, I'll go, yes.
Well, feel free to give me another strike roll.
I'll just yell at them to fall back first. It's a miss because I did the devil's bargain.
As you swing your blades, again, it does seem to get its attention yet again. What are you doing, Alyssa?
How far is he away?
Well, you're literally all within striking range because this thing just keeps teleporting after you.
Okay, so no bow.
Not really, unfortunately.
Sad. Then I'm gonna try to strike him with my sword.
Yeah, feel free to roll.
Do we have the initiative?
No, that's a clash.
Oh, okay.
Hey, well, success. as you do kind of like ready your sword, you kind of like manage to balance yourself on your feet as you take one clean strike, as you kind of like knock it into its head. Doesn't do much, but at the very least, you felt you made contact with the thing. Zara, as you manage to kind of like get a bearing of yourself, as you realize the dire situation you're in, what are you gonna do?
So I can't run away, essentially. I guess go to hit it then.
Also, roll strike.
Strike or clash on.
Why don't you give me an endure stress?
Gotcha.
You get up, and as you try and like turn around and strike at it, it suddenly snaps its head in your direction. As you can see, its hollowed eyes, or where the eyes should be at the very least, stare at you. The black holes just kind of like instilling a primordial fear. As you kind of like stop dead in your tracks, as you feel your hands shaking on your sword hilt, as you take several steps back. But you manage to keep your composure and not just run away in fear.
Gotcha. I'm gonna take that momentum, actually. Yeah.
And as the thing kind of like you manage to clearly hold your ground, all see the fog start to lift as the creature kind of disappears with it, almost as if being swept away by the wind.
Is the fog going elsewhere, just completely fucking off?
It disperses mostly over the river before it just kind of like into nothingness.
Are the children visible?
They run very far away from. They didn't stop running.
Guess we gotta get to the children.
Yes, it's hard before the flock returns. Where the hell that was?
I bet it was strong and fast.
Yes.
You take a look at your wounds.
It's not important right now. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't want to lose the children too.
As you start making your way to the village, town itself rather, as eventually take a bit, but eventually arrive. There's like several guards at the gate, kind of just keeping an eye out as they see you approach. They look spooked, that's for sure.
Children. A number of them should be here. Have you seen them?
One of the guards kind of like they're all up on the palace. That the gates are closed. The guards are on the fucking wall. They're just kind of like looking down at you. As one of them speaks, kind of like shouts at you and says, "Yeah, they're inside. Sent them at the tavern."
Oh no.
Okay, now, all right.
As one of them kind of like says, "Is the monster gone?"
For now, at the very least.
One of the guards will go and they open the gates for you. Get let in. One of the guards will escort you. As find the very familiar looking lion head.
We're gonna burn that thing down.
That's the last thing we do it for,
Someday.
please.
Mr. Alderman,
As yeah, there's a bit of like the lights are on inside. As you walk in, bloodied, and some of you on death's door, the kids are just kind of like hanging on a table. There's like food placed there. You can see the hot vapors from a bowl of stew that's currently being from a pot of stew that's currently being served to them. As Olena looks at you, smiles, and says, oh dear, you look like you've seen better days.
I'm out to turn a phrase. Trying to make sure, I assume all of them are there and everything.
Yeah.
Seems you all have a problem. The Spectre kind, which is always fun.
Quite dreadful. I did ask the guards to alert the alderman that you've arrived. Kids told us you were attacked. But I only see 3 of you. Is the young man all right?
Her husband has... Oh, we'll be meeting with him later after this job is done.
Well, and we've given the kids some food, and I've prepared their 2 rooms. They all seem to have gone through quite the ordeal.
It took us some while to get here.
I guess I shall bring you cups of wine. I feel like you did.
We will have little to pay you with.
For now, but after the contract, I'll put it on your tab.
I'm sure.
She smiles before she brings a pitcher of wine and some cups for you to sit down.
I think Zara would ask if before she leaves exactly how long has this thing been here? When did it show up? Basic stuff.
What, more than 2 weeks ago? Shortly after you left. 2 days afterwards.
And your god had no way to deal with this problem on their own?
Unfortunately, no.
Interesting.
I'm sure you'll be able to deal with this problem after your professionals handled that last situation so wonderfully. But there are no more drowners now, so at least there's that.
Very well, then we will speak to the elder man and see what we can do about the situation.
She nods and smiles. She heads back and starts like chatting with some of the kids. Brings out kind of like a basket full of biscuits. Handing them
Good news
out.
is that if she wanted to poison us, I don't think that's her MO.
No, but
We're gonna-
the kids seem to like her.
Yeah,
new
right.
recruits or sacrifices.
New children for the cult.
50-50.
Well, we're not in the best of shapes to deal with where that creature was.
Absolutely not. I mean,
Good.
it being able to teleport around and it took us all one-on-one. I mean, if we would have been able to be together, I mean, maybe we could have taken it, but
And I think I've always escaped. I think it did run away when the tide was turning.
yeah.
Nothing else. The first order of business is find out information about what's been going on. Second order of business, try to figure out to keep the thing from fucking moving.
Just need to take care of the kids.
Yeah, I don't trust leaving them alone.
Yeah.
And it seemed only to be, well, we can distract it, so that's good. But we'll try to keep an eye on the children before we have to deal with this thing as well. I don't trust this place.
I agree on that.
You said Elena was sent off someone to tell the mayor essentially that we're
Yes.
here, right?
Yes.
So we're basically waiting until they either come
Yes.
back or what have you, because we can't go rest up now.
Letting you finish the conversations between yourselves.
Gotcha. Well, then we speak with the mayor, get some information, dress our wounds, and try to get a better idea. And
Yes.
you said it showed up at night, right?
Well, it is currently night.
Yes, so night. Okay. Note to self: never come back here again.
Yeah, I get some bad experience here.
We can fix this town. Kill,
No, there's no way we can fix this town.
kill the fucking cultists.
I mean, the best thing for this town is just burn to the ground and build it up again.
Well, whatever rot exists here is not our job to fix. We have one contract, and that is dealing with that creature.
Yep.
As eventually the alderman shows up as he walks into the inn. It looks at all of you in different states of bloodied.
Just but a scratch.
Says, "Oh dear gods. It was true, you did encounter the thing.
Yes.
Witchers, I need your assistance. This is like nothing I've ever seen."
Well, at least good news on your part. We are somewhat aware of these type of creatures, though we'll take a research to see exactly what type and what kind. Is there any information you can give us, Mayor, about your problem?
Not that much. It has shown up not that long after you've left. A few days. It seemingly attacks at night. Although there have been reports that, well, people have claimed to see it during the day. I'm not sure how trustworthy those rumors are. I haven't been able to properly verify it, but at the very least, we've had several attacks at night, in the town included. There's been several people that have been killed already. It's a grave matter, Witchers, and I'm putting quite the high bounty for it.
Good. That's good. That was going to be my next question, but you've already gracefully answered it for us. Well, if you could give us any names of people who've seen this creature, and of course the bodies as well, we would like to examine them if we can.
I would, but most people who have seen it are dead. I'm not really aware of anyone that has survived an encounter, but you're the first ones. I don't really even know what we're dealing with here. Although the people that have been killed seemingly died from some sort of bladed instrument. And there's always this thick, impenetrable fog that seems to come with it.
Is there any particular place it shows up? Is it any place that it comes directly, or it just seems to move around?
We've had 2 deaths on the road. Had families slaughtered in their own home.
The Texas City?
He nods.
And these people, who exactly are they? Do they have a connection at all? Do they anything about them that stands out that they have similarities?
Everybody kind of knows each other here, so plenty of exactly what you're looking for. It's a large town.
We won't know until we see it, so that's why information is important.
Well, I can have one of my men show you the places themselves. Although the last attack was several days ago, but it's been quite dreadful.
I still would like to examine the bodies just in case.
Of course. Might be difficult. But there's only the last one we buried recently. But if you want, I give you permission to dig up the graves.
Good. Thank you for understanding.
Do let me know if there's anything you need, Master Witchers. Otherwise, I will leave you to do your job.
Well, I'd hope as well that you could pay for our lodging while we're here. Mr. Mayor, it seems this will be a arduous task on our part.
Of course. You are more than welcome to stay here.
Thank you. I think Zara looks probably rightfully exhausted right now. Once the mayor is hopefully gone, she would turn to the others. So we have an investigation to go with. Hopefully find some information exactly what type of creature this is, who's it attacking, and what we can do about it.
I do have a suspicion. I do have a hunch. I have no direct evidence for it, but
We probably have the same hunch. Regardless. Oh, go ahead.
no, little will just nod. I think we have the same hunch.
Regardless, we have a contract to finish up and a creature to kill. Don't really remember much of the books we're reading on specters. I don't think there's much information on them. But there's always a way. Usually.
I remember they're kind of like the Cult of the Rainbow. Kind of quite a lot of them.
Possibly as well. Let's see exactly what our victims have in common, because more likely they may be a clue, but I don't want to fall on assumptions until I can have some evidence to back it up.
Feel free, all of you, to add a new vow. The bounty on the Revenant.
Can I spell Revenant? Jesus, hold on.
I hope.
I know. I just Google it.
I feel like for
Okay, I spelled it right.
I will copy it from you.
Grunt, should I just put it under Epic, or what should I put it under?
a moment.
It's troublesome. It's nothing.
That bitch took 5 health in one swing.
Just put a scratch.
Well, you did kind of just blindly charge into a fight. You had no prep, no idea what you're facing. Just kind of like hit your head against the wall.
Well, we did try to run away. That didn't really work out either.
We tried to escort the children, get them to the city.
You know, actually, the only thing that really matters, as long as the kids are alive and safe.
Yes.
You had to kind of distract.
So, So yeah, and I feel like this would be extreme. This is pretty much. Actually, no. I'd put it down to 4. It's not. It's difficult, but I don't feel like it's that difficult. 'Cause you do. And also, you can already like mark 1 progress that you did fight the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like running away from it is a good idea, as it can just fucking blink around the fog.
Yeah,
Yeah, so running away and engaging with it are neither one of those are good ideas right now.
Unless you're
Well-
forced. That's me.
Zara, you think that? Why don't you roll me a wit before I give you
Gotcha.
info for free? Alright, Zara. People run away. Out of 3 of you, 2 run away and are looking rather fucked up. One of you stood their ground and barely has some bruises. And
Grunt,
I'll
do you
say
remember who
this.
Zara is?
I'll
What?
say this. I'll say this. Ludmina, the thing did have a clear shot at you, and it just kind of like pushed you away.
It just killed the bitches. Fucking
Look.
bitch behavior.
I'm telling you right now.
Beta male.
Beta male.
Beta male.
One hit from that, and Zara's gone. She's not that great at combat. She is not that great at combat.
Maybe
Yeah.
grow some balls.
I
Um,
see. I see.
I'm just saying, you did, Ludmina, you do realize that. It could have like fucking done to you what it did to the other 2, but for some reason didn't.
Perhaps it's honor bound. Some long dead knight fighting for a quest.
Ah, yes, the honor of the dead. That's something I care about.
Listen, it's not little honor, but whatever it perceives as honorable. Well,
I
how
would do a bow before it cleaves my head in 2.
maybe playing by some of its rules might be not all of them, but it does fight it in honorable combat. But it was just a hunch in theory. I have nothing to back it up.
We'll put it on the list just in case.
It's still pretty bad, but not as bad as you. Person would have fucking dominated this thing. Ah, fellow knight, fellow hero.
True. That's what he's always wanted.
I respect you, brother. I won't even attack you.
Jill's missing out. If nothing else, I can try to heal some of our wounds before we go out there. We have a lot to do.
Now it's definitely some resting to do for you two. You look like shit.
It's par for the course.
Thank you. But I mean, we survived, and that's definitely worth a toast, right? Because I need some of the wine.
Gotta get those mutagens going.
I think we're still paying for this.
Maybe
we
we
are
can
actually
file this.
still paying for this.
Maybe we can file this under medical expenses for the greater good of the town.
I don't think they have itemized lists like that in the Witcher Academy. That's on your money time.
Do I look like I care right now?
Use your
No.
supplies if you want to heal faster. Just make some potions.
Hey, I have Herbalist. I could use it sometimes.
Yeah.
I realize I can just click things on my fucking... Okay, I've learned something new.
Yeah, if you want to roll heal, spend your last supply on getting back up to speed.
Okay. I'm going to add a +2 to this roll for my thing.
That's
2 health.
So that will basically be a +2 health.
Yeah. So, guys, whoever was under my care gets a +2, guys.
Well, I'll be a bitch. You can only treat one person.
I'd rather treat. I think Alyssa, you are a little bit more important if we have to fight this thing, so you'll take that too.
The rest of you, just recover. I'll say you can all put your health at 1. So for Alyssa, you would be at 3. Zara,
okay.
you are at 1.
Gotcha.
So plus only for them or for me as well?
Are you wounded? Yeah, you're wounded as well. So yeah, you can
Yeah,
also
yeah,
you can
I
also
was
take
scratched.
1. As you spend your last supplies crafting some of these remedies, as at the very least you make a few concoctions to speed up the recovery process drastically, as you'll spend the rest of the night resting. As morning arrives, and well, there's a guard there waiting to show you to the house that was well, where the last victim and his family lived.
Gotcha.
Now, are you gonna leave the kids at the inn?
Ooh, I would ask
Oh.
if someone watch the kids. Who here? Ooh, Lavina does not trust you.
The one of you
Like,
can
I'll
promise
watch
me.
the kids. One of the kids will say, Lady Olena said she can watch us. She's nice.
But can she protect you if you get caught by
She
evil
said
creatures?
no bad men or creatures enter the inn. She said we're all safe here.
That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I can stay behind if you two promise to do a proper investigation while I'm gone.
Still leave the one highest with.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I mean,
What the fuck?
Look, I didn't. I just look at that. I have to be nice about this.
So
No.
we all three know that you are the intelligent one in our group.
I'll start dragging Zara out.
Or-
Let's see what the kids.
Or you can just bring the kids along. Listen, it's better to start with your training.
Trap
early.
experience.
Trying to traumatize a little early, guys.
Okay, guys, this is a gutted body to see. Here's how you cut it open to like investigate a monster attack.
Someone hand me the scalpel.
I'm gonna watch the kids. We're not gonna take the kids. I'm gonna stay. Have a great day with Olena.
Have fun. Keep your wits about you.
I will try.
As the two of you will head to the house, Alyssa, Olena would again bring breakfast. And do you remember you were into the hard spirits?
Oh
Seemingly.
yes. But oh,
Have a bottle of fine wine from Kovir.
I am sorry, Olena, but I cannot take it. I mean, we don't really have anything to
Sure.
pay you, and
Don't worry.
I don't want to build a big.
You've
tab.
already helped a lot. Take this as a gift from me.
Really appreciate it. But I'm gonna keep it for later.
Of course, whenever you decide to enjoy it.
Really appreciate it.
Zara, Ludmina, the guard will take you and show you the house, the town. Like opens the door and lets you walk inside. There's still dried blood about this place that hasn't been properly cleaned.
Do we know anything about exactly what transpired here? I assume, did it show up? Did it walk in?
The guard shrugs and says, "No, the thought came in. Neighbors heard screams, and by the time they came in, well, it was quite a gruesome sight."
Who are these people? Fishermen, I assume. Fishermen, farmers.
You know, it's a fisherman family.
Anything unusual? Any rumors out of
Uh,
out of the ordinary?
No, they seem like good folk. But I'm the one that's found the bodies first. Never seen anything in my life. They say bladed weapon, witchers, but can a blade just cleave a person in two almost?
With enough monstrous unhuman strength. Anything unusual about the corpses, maybe? Some markings, some.
They were chopped up quite heavily. We didn't know who lived here. I don't even know if we could identify them.
Very well, we'll take a look around, see if we find anything exactly. How many people were here actually? She wants to know. Was it just like man,
Wilfred
woman,
will roll
child?
me gather information. He'll say, family, man, wife, 3 kids, all of them dead. Burn the momentum. There we go. There we go. Ludmina
Ludmina with her +1 over here. Okay.
brains
Yeah.
of the operation. Well, as he'll kind of like after you've asked him a couple of questions, he clearly is uncomfortable and just kind of like wants to stay out of the house. And as you start kind of like looking around the place, Zara, yeah, no, this looks like it was quite the bloody affair. There's enough blood here that it makes sense that the people were killed here. Meanwhile, Ludmina, as you search around, manage to find something kind of like hidden underneath the bed.
Ooh, what is carefully pull it out? He also calls Zara over.
As it's this sort of like almost like a small figurine made out of wood, shaped in what looks like a spider. You would
I think our hunch is getting a little bit more weight in it, Ludmina.
Yep.
Regardless, we should still look at the others, see if we can find anything else, because we may have to be gathering a list soon enough of possible victims.
I want to talk to you. Oh fuck! Thank you, Red. Thank you, Red, for reminding me.
Yes.
What? Grunt, do I take those? Do I take that momentum?
yeah.
Damn. Fucking.
Yes, be strong, sister. Be smart. Learn those books.
Nah, fuck books.
Read it, please. Because we'll keep this at the very least. I don't think I can find much else other than, of course, it is a bloody affair all around. We have others to look at. See if we can find something.
I think we're the only ones. Were there others attacking the city?
Yeah, there was another family.
Yeah.
Let's check that house and see if we can find more funny toys for the family. Maybe we can find a line set.
The guard will take you to the other house that was attacked more than a week ago. As you go about the house, and this one, you don't find anything. There's no hidden statuettes or anything.
No Cove Manifesto.
No. Feel free to progress track, I guess, by one.
Gotcha. So there's our theory, but still not enough. And like you said, there are 2 others attacked on the road as well. We can try to see the area and find everything, but I assume they've picked the bones off. We still have to
Any
look at the
info-
bodies.
yeah, any information? That's the guard. Any information about the travelers who were attacked? Did you know that, or just travelers? Or
Well, one I believe in both cases there were just not sure lumber merchants, been freed, I believe, traveling out west.
Was anything found on the scene at the very least? Outside, of course, the massacre. Anything of
We
notes?
found their small caravan, mostly butchered. It was a bit away from the actual site, but I don't think they managed to get away.
And their belongings, I assume, has already been taken care of.
She nods.
I guess nothing unusual.
We can try to check the area. Well, like I said, there's also the bodies to look at, or the body. Of course, but
I wonder who the local authorities are, Grudge. Well, later, we're gonna fucking kill.
Proper authorities. Proper authorities.
Well, as start grave digging day.
Yeah, what a job, Grunt. Does this guard feel uncomfortable doing it in the daytime?
Yeah, he's not the happiest, but I guess he won't dig. He'll just kind of like stand there, look at you uncomfortably.
Yeah, we're the experts
Yeah.
here.
We're whistling a song as we do it, I guess.
Does
Yada,
add to the
yada,
creepiness
yada,
factor. As in digging the graves. As Alyssa, what are you doing with the kids as they are getting restless? They're starting to run around. There's a lot of kids. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep an eye on all of them. Zip about.
She's trying to find some sticks and try to just get all of them some sticks and just try
Combat training.
yeah, some sword fighting just to get the energy low and they can do something.
Oh, sounds fun. Why don't you give me a heart roll? Let's see how well you can connect with the kids.
Oh, let's go! Let's go.
Yes.
This is why we left her behind, not me nor I would have fucking drilled it like a drill sergeant. Alright, 50 push-ups.
As well, you begin kind of like showing them a couple of moves, keeping them busy, minds occupied. As hours kind of pass, as morning turns into noon, as one of the kids kind of like goes up to you and says, "We're hungry. What's for lunch?"
I mean, we can either get ourselves some food and go hunt, or we can ask Elena.
Like when you say that, they all cheer. We'll go and ask the friendly, nice lady.
Also, keep training, and I'm gonna ask.
As you go back inside, as you've been training mostly kind of like behind the inn itself. As
Yeah.
she sees you enter and says,
I got a quick question. Are the
yes.
kids, they got hungry from all the training and everything. Do you have anything for them? I mean, we can get ourselves some food if it's.
Oh no, I can. We have some nice stew that I made this morning.
It would be great.
Lovely.
Just something.
I'll get the pot ready for all of them.
Appreciate it.
As,
I'm just gonna head out again.
yeah, when they see you, they'll kind of like gather around you, and one of them will say, "So are we gonna get some of that nice tasty food?"
You're gonna get food, but first we gotta train, and it's not ready now. So
We're training all day long. I'm hungry.
yes, I'm aware, but that's the witcher life. We cannot always have food when we want it. We have to
Why
wait.
not?
If you want food now, we have to go hunt and find us some food ourselves.
But Lady Olena said she would give us food if we just asked.
But she has prepared, and it's gonna take a few minutes. It's gonna take some time. We can do
But
something
I'm
else if you
hungry
want.
now.
I know, I'm aware.
Can I go ask her now?
We're not gonna disturb her while she makes the food. It's just gonna take longer.
I just want to ask a question.
What do you want to ask her? I mean, you can ask me and I can ask her.
Look at you confused and says, I want to ask her how long it's gonna take to make the food.
She's gonna tell us when it's ready. It's not gonna take that long.
I'm like,
But till then, we can keep us occupied and maybe the time will go along faster.
they all kind of like groan a bit.
We cannot always have what we want.
Why not?
Sometimes. Because life's not always happy and we cannot always get what we want.
No.
We have to prepare the food.
Then where is Igor? As like one of them like stares at you. Igor wanted to run away, and he did. So why isn't he here?
He got to another place and
Yeah, what other
he,
place?
he has to wait for his food as well. He's not gonna get the food right now when he wants it.
Igor never waited for food. And it's like another kid says, "You always stole food." Yeah, maybe we should start stealing. It's like they start like
We're not
giving
gonna
ideas
steal.
one another.
We're not gonna steal food. I can ask her again when it's ready, and
One of the boys steps forward and says, "Can you please ask Lady Olena again when the food's gonna be ready?"
I'm gonna ask her, yes. But I cannot promise anything.
He like nods and picks up one of the things and says, "We'll be training then until you come back." Like, kind of like gets the other kids, the other boys, just like get back in line.
Thank you. Just gonna head back
Smiles and nods.
slowly. Ah, kids. I am so sorry, Elena. How long it's gonna take?
I should be ready in half an hour.
Great, awesome. Do you got anything to entertain kids?
I can always have some stories I can tell. Other than that, maybe I can. It's like I don't really keep toys around. Having problems.
I mean, I never experienced hungry kids, but
Ah, they're quite deadly.
yes, definitely. But I mean, I can tell some stories as well. Or maybe I'll find something.
If you want, I can help you babysit them.
No, yeah, I'm gonna be fine.
Very well. No, the food will be ready quite soon. You can all get them ready to eat. I've cleared the table and put some bowls down.
Sounds good. Thank you.
As
I'm gonna report it to try the hungry kids.
you head back out, well, there's like about half of them are missing.
Oh God. Where are the other kids?
They kind of like look at another one and then shrug.
Where's the cane when I need it? Um, did they try to steal something?
No?
But where did they go?
I don't know.
I mean, they just didn't. They cannot just teleport away. They have to go somewhere.
Maybe they did disappear. Who can tell?
And you didn't notice?
No.
I mean, the food's ready. I mean, and I'm not sure if they don't want anything to eat.
The frog. As well, I guess we can go and eat now then.
But first, we gotta find the others. We're not gonna eat with half the group.
There's like again like a couple of exasperated groans.
It's not my fault. They went missing, and if nobody knows where they are, we have to look even longer, and the food's gonna get cold.
One of them mumbles to the other one and says, "We should have also left. Why make me stay? Or we're gonna just go hungry."
So where did they go? With the one?
One of the other kids just kind of like shrugs at him. I don't know.
I mean, as I told you, we have to look for them, and if your food gets cold, mine gets cold as well, and I'm not gonna be funny when I'm hungry.
One of the other kids will say, "I guess we'll both go hungry then." Like deadpan stares at you.
God.
Kids
I
are
mean-
united.
Who gave the
I can-
union rights?
Snitches get stitches.
The one kid that mumbled to the other one, can I get those two kids away from the others?
Yeah.
So, you two kids, you want something to eat? Right?
Yes.
If you tell me where they went, I might get something to eat for you. Something warm and fresh.
Give me a heart roll.
Oh god.
They kind of like look one another and kind of shrug, and one of them says, "I won't tell you where they went, but I kind of like gestures towards like one side of the alleyway and says, they went towards the alderman's house. Turn down."
Oh god. I guess we're gonna visit him. Then.
Wait, I thought you said we'll get to eat.
I'm not gonna leave you here alone.
You promised. You said you're gonna. Like the other one says, "I told you we shouldn't. Snitches get stitches, and we don't even get food." She's lying.
You know,
She's not
no,
like
you know what?
she's not like Arnagad. She's a liar. Alyssa
How you
the
know?
liar.
Fine. Get in the tavern. Food should be ready soon.
They are all excitedly go inside.
Just gonna go in and tell Lena to look over them.
And I says, I told you they're deadly.
Oh yeah, and half of them are missing. That's awesome. Can you please look over them for a few minutes?
Of course.
Thank you. I'm just gonna head to where the boys led her.
As yeah, I guess you go for the alderman's house. Time you get there, there's like a guard kind of like stationed outside, kind of like looks at you a bit confused.
Did you happen to see a few kids running around?
No,
No?
no. I mean, maybe like one or two, but they weren't running around. They were delivering notes, helping out their folks.
Would you mind
Hmm?
if I pay the element a visit?
He like shrugs and kind of like lets you in, walk inside. Yeah, he'll take you to his office as the Elderman looks up at you as you enter and says, back so soon.
I never left. I just took care of something in the town. I just wanted to ask a little question. You
course.
didn't happen to see a few kids?
I've been
In a-
mostly in my office today, so no, other than my own.
So you got no visit?
No?
Great. That was all. Thank you for your help.
Of course, good luck with your search, Master Witcher. Lissa, they sure they lied to you. They think,
Yeah. She's gonna head to the tavern as fast as possible.
yeah, by the time you get there back, the kids have eaten most of the food. They look quite content. Olena is telling them some sort of story as you walk in. They are all seemingly very fascinated with it. One of them just says like, I think that's where Igor told us there was a dragon once. She says, that's quite an interesting thing. Must have been a brave kid if he faced down a dragon. One of them says, no. He was saying he like petted it. He friended it. Ona nods as she's listening to these kids tell her stuff. As she looks up at you as you walk up to the table.
So I see you're fed. Hope it tasted well.
They all nod in unison.
Now that you're ready, would you mind telling me where the others went after you lied to me? I'm just looking at the two boys.
The boys unashamedly look up at you and said, I don't know.
Just gotta look at Elena with like pleading eyes. Please help me.
She's gonna chuckle a bit. I'm sure you could locate some kids running around the village. As long as you find them before sun sets, should be fine.
Yeah, if you would be willing to look over them while I'm gone.
No problem. I do enjoy their company. Kind of like ruffles the hair of one of the boys.
Alyssa's gonna get to the two boys, lie to her, get them to decide again. You know, do you want to go on an adventure?
They kind of like look between you two. Why don't you give me another heart roll, Alyssa? One of them like nods, the other one's like, no, I would rather stay here.
I mean, I'm not gonna force you, but I mean, definitely gonna be fun.
Yeah, but we're gonna have fun here, and it's dry and warm, and outside it's damp and cold.
She looks at the kid who nodded. You want to go?
Yeah,
We-
get up and follow you.
So where exactly did they go? Because we need to find them, otherwise
No,
they're not gonna.
that doesn't sound like a fun adventure. That sounds like telling on someone.
It's not a telling onto someone. It's being honest and helping people because they could be in danger. You don't know what creatures are around here.
That's not how the loyalty code works.
The loyalty
You
code.
never tell on your fellow comrades.
But I mean, we gotta be combat soon, and we have to be honest with each other, right?
Just kind of like shrugs.
I mean, it's just one little thing. It's not a big deal. They're not gonna get in trouble. We just need to find them till the sun gets down.
Big
Do you
man
want to-
Arnogad told us he could track people by scent and sight alone. You don't seem to be able to do that. I thought all Witchers were like Arnogad. Are you not like Arnogad?
I mean, most of us are pretty strong and everything, but some of us are different and have other specialties.
I guess finding people is not a specialty of yours then?
Definitely no kids, no. That's why you're here and gonna be my guide, and you'll be rewarded with a great gift if we find them.
Kind of like looks very disappointed and says, fine. Okay, I guess. It looks like he started leading you.
Thank you. What you say about a warm bath?
Like looks at you, kind of like nods. A bit more uplifted. Still mostly disappointed. I think let's go on a fun adventure. Actually just rat out your friends.
You have to get the kids somewhere.
Can't believe. Well, Zara Ludmina, as you're finished digging, what remains of the bodies do look like they've been buried into several pieces.
Oh, that's very concerning and very disappointing. It seems to be par for course for everything we've heard so far. Butchered to little chunks.
Like, yeah, you can see like the bones themselves are quite damaged. Like these were fucking heavy swings, which kind of match what you felt on your own skins are. But that doesn't really draw your attention. You know what does draw your attention, the two of you? A bunch of kids kind of like sneaking into the graveyard. They're not as sneaky as kind of like hear them talking to one another because they clearly don't realize you're here. I was like,
Got
we can listen. I heard there's like this creepy ghost. Maybe you can see the creepy ghost.
what is it?
You'll
Sorry.
get
Go ahead.
Hey kids, you want to join the city guard? You want to fight the creepy ghost?
One of the kids is like less enthused. It's like, but last night we all ran away, and the other boy says like, well, that's because they told us to run away. Like, no more. We find the thing and we stay our ground. Arnogad told us you'd have to be brave in front of monsters. And
I would like
everyone
to
was
sneak up on these children.
I would try to sneak up them and.
Feel free to roll me shadow.
Silent Stark, I assume does not apply to these children.
I will use the momentum I have to for this bullshit. What the fuck?
Because you have a 7.
I know.
Correct. Can I twist Silent Stalker into this?
What does that do?
Give me +1 when against monsters, but
Yeah, no.
basically I can face damage and secure advantage. So.
Yeah.
Oh really? Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
Holy
god!
shit. Well, Zara, you were sneaking up, but Ludmina,
No, fuck the drop the sneaking, bro.
you step. Well, it's too late now. You step on a branch as it kind of like snaps loudly enough, as all the kids just kind of like look in your direction, as they like their eyes kind of go wide.
One, two. I see half of the group. Please tell me the other half isn't sneaking outside into for a swim or something like that. And where's Alyssa?
I don't know. This is
So
the
you're
one
not with
that was shit talking earlier.
I see, I see. So you've all snuck away from your minders. How very heroic of you all. Are there more of you, or are you all together? Do I have to go grab the others as well?
One of he'll say, "Well, she didn't want to feed us, so we decided, you know what, we have better things to do. If we're gonna go hungry, at least we might have some fun. Plus, she was putting us to train endlessly. We've been training for hours. It's time to do something fun."
Ah, fun. So you decide to wander in the darkness where there's a creature you have no ability to stop or know anything about,
The
and hope it
sun's-
won't catch you?
The sun's still up, and one of the villagers said that the thing only comes out at night, so there's nothing to worry
Are
about.
you...
The expertise of the peasants.
Yes. Are you sure it comes out at night? Do you know what it looks like? How it attacks? How it moves? Have you...
It's scary, moves fast, and you seem to have trouble with it. So
Yes, yes, we do seem to have trouble with it, and we stayed behind to fight the creature and still had trouble with it. What makes you think you'll have better luck than we do?
I didn't want to find the thing, just well,
And we weren't looking for it last time, but it still found us, so there's a same conclusion that could find you as well.
he kind of like puffs up his chest a bit, trying to be more impressive. He says, "Well, Arnagat told us that only brave people get to be witchers, so I'm not a coward."
Can I kick the child down?
No, we're not kicking children.
You can in fact kick it. You can in fact kick him, and then I'll assume you're not gonna drop kick him, just like a fucking
No.
a
Just a drop
kick
in the
to
butt.
a kick to the knee.
Yeah.
Mina smacks him, just, like, falls down.
Zara just like,
Oh, this is
All of them look freaked out at this moment.
Ludmina, there's no way to teach our feather recruits, our brothers, soon enough. We are
a
in
bit of humbling is important.
humbling, yes, but they have time before they get to that point in their training. You are right, we have been neglecting you, it seems. We are in a dangerous situation and we did not properly give you the care you needed for such things. We are in the middle of a contract, children. A contract requires intelligence, patience, and time. Especially since it means more deaths if we fail. Yes? Because we are witchers, and that's what we do. Correct?
I like reluctantly nod.
Very well. There's more to being a witcher than being brave or strong or being able to fight.
Yes, Arnagat told us you have to be smart as well.
Yes. Now, do you think it's smart to sneak out without telling your backup exactly where you are, just in case you get ambushed?
Our
Or what happens if you get caught?
Our backup was forcing us to starve while we trained. So yes,
Well, there'll be days when you won't have food or money for food. We'll be out in the forest, foraging like we were doing beforehand.
we were about to go forage outside town. See,
So you forage outside of town with no way to get back in just in case they close the gates, just in case the monster showed up. How will you deal with that?
Listen, maybe you would have been mauled by a wolf before the monster would have caught you.
oh no, wolves didn't kick me. I feel like I don't feel like I have to feel afraid of wolves right now.
Well, then there's
glares
also-
a bit at you.
There's also that as well. There'll be people, bandits, those who wish for your coin or wish for an easy mark as well. You are children after all. Ransom, slavers, and the like. How would you deal with them?
He like looks at you and kind of like says, "Didn't you also buy us, though?"
Oh, yes, but we still had to ask your permission beforehand. If you told us no, then we would have left you back home. If that's what you wish. Do you wish to turn back now? Things have gotten just a little bit tougher for you.
Like he shakes his head.
Good. I can give you a choice now, children. We, like I said, are in the middle of the contract. You can either come along and see all the gruesome details, which I'm not too sure you will be up to snuff. I don't think you would be able to survive without dinner for too long. Or we could take you right back to the safety and warmth of the inn in Alyssa's minding.
Well, you do spot in the distance Alyssa being led by one of the other kids in your direction.
And speak of the devil.
I think you'll prefer Alyssa over me.
So
look
make
at
a
you.
choice.
He
Yes,
just
Lumina
kind
says-
of like again doesn't say anything, just kind of like glares a bit at you.
So you have a choice, children. You can continue with us for our investigation and go back with Lumina back into the inn.
The kid you kick kind of gets on and says, "Nah, I'll head back to the inn." One of them says before he gets to say anything, the other kid just kind of like shushes him, as they all kind of like sort of start walking towards you, Alyssa, as you see that Zara and Lutmina have apparently subdued the mob.
Zara would probably whisper to Alyssa if she get close enough. Says, watch that one. It seems he's a bit of a ringleader, and he is very much wants to do as he wishes.
You can. I want Ludmina and Zara to give me a wits roll.
Yeah.
Wit's my strongest stat.
Listen, you succeeded last time.
Yeah, you might get a better one.
Never mind.
I did not.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, as Alyssa, they kind of like. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no good.
I'm gonna say Alyssa, you do kind of meet them in the middle, as they all kind of like, sort of kind of like bow their heads and says, the one that was leading them says, "We're sorry we ran away. Won't happen again."
I do hope so. Because your food just got cold. If you just would have waited a few more minutes, you wouldn't have gotten yourself in danger. You would have got food. And that's not something we do here. We're not gonna leave without anyone telling anyone.
He just
We look after each other.
He's not listening to you.
I see he didn't get the lesson. Time to
You-
upgrade to the
Do
sword.
you say that?
Oh god damn it!
Lumina, what's wrong with you today?
Ooh. Fuck, I'm thinking.
We can all head back anyway. It seems the results were the same. We have a bit of a lead, but I think there's someone else I need to ask questions to.
Well, you make your way back, as once you get to the end, the other kids are there,
Yeah.
laughing and being much more cheerful than the batch that are with you, as Olena is talking to them right now, as she sees you walk in. Here's your guardians have returned, kids. I'll let them talk to you. The kids look visibly disappointed. That's just head back to cleaning some of the dishes.
She will, like said, whisper to Alyssa to keep an eye on that one, at the very least, before he will try to talk to Elena.
Yep.
Lumina, please don't hit the children.
That's what they did at the castle, though.
Yes, but we're not at the castle.
That's what they did back at my home.
The children already have things hard enough as it is, and they have the know-how to escape us. We don't have. Well, it's three of us against them, and we don't want to make them feel that way as more than we have to right now.
They just saw a giant monster and want to go out again. Doesn't it? Again, a wolf will probably eat them.
Oh, regale them with stories. Tell them about the great deeds we've heard about other witches doing. You and Alyssa are usually good with that type of stuff, aren't you? I
As
don't
long
think
as
they
we
want.
don't tell our stories.
I don't think they want to hear me analyze the insides of a gut of a drowner. I don't think children enjoy that type of story.
Usually don't.
I need to speak to Elena. I'll tell you about exactly what I found, or what we found afterwards.
Okay.
Please don't lose the children this time, if you can help it.
I'll watch over them.
I tried.
Yeah, I'll watch over them.
Moses.
It's okay. I'll help you, Alyssa. So look at the ringleader.
I never watch hungry kids alone. Understood?
It's not like we were also like that as well.
I
We got-
didn't think we would be that terrible to watch over.
Me,
Never
we were-
again.
We were worse. And we had Tanya.
That is true. Oh God.
I'll be back soon.
Well, as you approach Olena, it says, "Are you also having trouble with kids, or?"
I don't think so, at the very least. I'm here to ask some questions, Elena.
Of course.
I will confess I'm a little hesitant exactly how to treat you, bearing, of course, our last interactions. Or to be more precise, my feelings about our last interactions, but this is your home, so I'll try to be cordial.
It is very kind of you. How can I help you out?
Me and Ludmila have a theory about exactly who these creatures are targeting, but I want to ask you, as you seem to be more in the know, about your group.
Ah. Well, I can tell you that, sure if you're gonna believe me or not, but, well, not everyone that was killed was one of the faithful. One of the families wasn't. And the travelers, the merchants, they weren't.
Very well. What exactly, well, specters themselves are usually those who had unfinished business and such. Knowing your, well, I'll say not necessarily knowing your people's track records with that regard. What was done with Jack's body?
Well, I believe it was, say, left in the river. Although it was quite a bloody sight. A lot of people died that night. But listen, Master Witcher, I want this problem solved as much as you do, so I'm willing to help you out quite a lot. I'm willing to give you something that can, not sure, have a sneaking suspicion your weapons weren't very effective against the thing.
You'll be correct.
Give you something that will. And she's gonna kind of reach under the counter and put down kind of like this wrapped dagger, you realize. Wrapped in like leather. Has these runes inscribed on the hilt.
What exactly is this? So she kind of unsheathes it if she can to see what the blade looks like.
Doesn't have a sheath. It's just a simple wrapping. The blade looks quite silvery. Has a sort of gleam to it. There's something that should deal with the thing. Magical
And-
creatures require magical weapons.
Are the runes inscribed then? What type of magic do they do?
It ensures that the dead stay dead.
You just happen to have this on hand?
And no, I specifically made it. But, well, I was expecting you to arrive here sooner, but better late than never.
Yes.
Although, as she kind of like glances at the kids, may understand why it took you so long to get here.
Yes. It's quite an awkward situation for everyone around. Very well. A mutual enemy to deal with. Are they true that that there have been people who've seen this thing out in daylight?
No. I know there's like 2 drunk fishermen who've reported this, but they're about as reliable as drunk rather boast. They like to talk big, but they never actually back up. I wouldn't put much stock in their words. The fog is its clear sign that it's around, and that only has shown up during night, as far as I am aware.
When was the creature first noticed? Or was it the first death, or was it something else?
Well, the attack on the merchants happened a couple of days after you left. Then, well, people really didn't pay too much attention, but then a family got slaughtered into the town. More recently, a second family got slaughtered. And now the alderman is... You've seen the man. Quite desperate.
Where exactly were the merchants attacked? Was it this?
Just outside of the... about half a day's walk.
I might take a look around just in case, but thank you.
Want this thing dealt with. It's hurting my own people as well. Good luck, Witcher.
Of course. She nods and makes her way back to the others.
Yeah, as the kids are awfully silent. They have stopped talking as much with the both of you, and it's mostly a case of like they'll answer questions if you have them, but other than that, they're weirdly quiet. As
Works with me.
huh?
Works.
Yeah,
Bliss. Oh,
it
my
is.
action-
It is bliss.
it
You
is.
can,
Oh
you
my
can relax.
god. I wish I could do that in actual real life. Fucking.
Well, Zara, you go back to the table. I'll say, Alyssa, you roll me a wits.
Yes.
Because Lumina does not give a fuck.
Yeah. She's gonna have a bottle of liquor that she got for Lena, have in front of her and take a sip.
Zara would take a seat at the table, essentially.
Yeah.
Did anyone of the two have a good look at the creature at all?
Big, tall, dark, had a sword, screamed.
Zara's like nodding along. She's writing down. Can anyone describe what it looked like to me?
One of
Looked
the other
like a
kids
big-
will say, I think his face had no skin on it.
Hmm.
And like one of the other kids says, that's ridiculous. How can you have a man walk about with no skin?
That is a very important question. So if it had no skin, how could you be a man? And if that's the case, what exactly is it?
The ruling leader speaks up and says, "Probably a ghost."
You would be correct. A thing that is dead. It should not be alive at all. A ghost. Or a specter is another name for it. There are many, many things that are dead but still walk, and those things we deal with. The question is, because there's such a broad class of many undead things, we have to pinpoint exactly what it is. Because how do you kill a ghost?
One of them, other kids kind of shrugs and says, spells, magic.
Yes, you'd be correct. Spells and magic can be useful for killing such things. What happens if we don't have such things? Or we have spells, don't have spells at our disposal?
One of the other boys says, do we pray? I heard
Some
only
things
I heard only bad people become ghosts.
to a
Sinners.
certain degree. To a certain degree, yes and no. Sometimes it's bad people. Sometimes it's people who had a bad ending. Sometimes it's people who had things they wish to have said or things that weren't fulfilled. There could be a number of reasons why something is not that something that should be dead is not dead. It doesn't necessarily mean they were a bad person. It just means they had left business behind, usually. But there are many of them, and so it's hard to say exactly. We still don't know why a Drowner walks after it is killed. Only speculation on our part.
One of them says, I heard they're just people who were drowned and they get back up to kill the ones that they drowned them in the first place.
That is a long-held belief. But sadly, without the evidence to back it up, because no one has ever seen a Drowner be born, we can't say for sure. But back to the question at hand. We have no magic spells at our disposal, so what do we use to kill a ghost?
Fire? Says like another one.
Fire could be good. But as we all saw before, I think one of you mentioned, the ghost is fast. How do you catch it without it jumping out of the way of the fire? How do you keep it from moving?
Make a bigger fire.
But how do you keep the fire from spreading to the forest? Without someone getting caught? How to make sure you don't get caught in the fire?
They all kind of like look puzzled.
That is the question we need to answer. How do you kill it? How do you catch it? How do you not get killed in the same manner? Those are the important questions for a Witcher and for you to know. Now, the reason why Ludmina, I, and Alyssa stayed behind is because it kept moving, and it needed a distraction, someone to look at. But in doing so, we also put our lives in danger, and it would have gone very poorly if we had gotten killed, because it still meant they would have gone after you if we weren't careful. And that was very foolish, brazen, reckless. But sometimes you have no other options, but doesn't mean it's the first thing you should go for, correct? You all are smart? Yes. So, what do we know about this ghost? It has no face, it moves fast. What else?
Well, it's really scary.
Yes, very scary. Which means it must frighten normal people who aren't prepared to fight it. Which means it doesn't give you time to react before it takes you out. Speed is its main factor, and strength, which is a dangerous combination for something like that to have.
They all kind of just nod attentively.
Another thing that we have noticed as well while we were fighting it, it screams. And when it screams, there is a moment of pause. Fear takes over your heart. You cannot move. You are paralyzed. And in doing so, you are prey. Another dangerous combination for something that you cannot catch. So, it's fast, it's strong, it's frightening, and it seems to have the ability to make it so you are stalled momentarily. So, what is the next best thing to do now? Any ideas?
They all look a bit confused.
The thing about ghosts, specters, creatures of undead, usually, is that normally they have an anchor point. I usually have some reason why they're alive. So, we can either try to capture it, kill it, or try to find exactly what anchors it to this world and deal with that. And to do that, we need information. We need to find out exactly who and what this specter is, and go from there. All we have is questions, and we need to be smart. Yes?
Nod.
Good. When you are a Witcher, you will be passing from town to town, job to job, contract to contract, helping those who need help, being paid to be able to help those people and dealing with creatures that no normal man or woman can deal with. You can't just run in at the first sign of a monster. You have to be able to know how that monster is killed, how that monster is defeated. I have only a small set, every Witcher has a small set of notes, journals, information they capture to help them in a fight, because you have to be smarter than your prey. Zara kind of like puts down her book of notes that she has for the different creatures, opens it up to show them. I don't think she's necessarily a best draw, but she has like information that she's drawn and shown. 'Cause things like this will make it so you are alive. This will keep you from making a mistake if you know exactly what to expect from any monster you encounter. And be prepared to be wary when you don't meet a monster you do not understand or know.
We'll spend some time going through all of that, showing them the different notes that you've compiled and things you've mostly copied from other books back at the castle, the library. Well, eventually it'll get evening as you'll be Ola and I will bring some supper for all of you.
He is menacing.
He's angry.
Definitely.
Prophecy.
And he just got treats.
He's like, more.
Listen, this is why he's like, nah, I'm gonna bully you into giving me more. You know, I can do. But yeah, as eventually the kids will all go to sleep. You're left
Well,
alone.
hopefully that means that at least they'll be smart enough if they decide to sneak out again and not be foolish, right?
That will be a laugh.
Yeah, if you want to believe that, yes, of course.
We're going to keep an eye on them. We're going to make sure they don't get killed because they're under our protection. I don't think I can...
money for them.
Don't make it sound like that, Lumina. These are future brethren of our order.
And we'll see how many survive.
Speaking of survival, she kind of hands over the dagger to Ludmina, basically.
Oh, what's that? Did you find it in the grave?
No. Elena had handed it to me. She tells me this will be a thing that makes sure the dead stay dead. Seeing you as you are, well, able to keep toe to toe with the creature, I think it'd be more useful for you. So think of magic.
I do like when the cultists give me stuff for free. No strings attached.
Well, the string... No, go ahead.
No, nothing. I was gonna wrap up the dagger for now.
Yeah.
But you store it on your person. Everyone feel free to add one more progress.
The string attaches out. We have to find a way to kill this thing before it kills again. Sadly, it doesn't seem to necessarily be targeting the cultists right now. The first attack were the merchants.
Did the innkeeper show you that?
She told me, and she gave me the dagger. I think we should try to investigate exactly where they were attacked. It's a day's journey or so away from here, but it may yield some more information. Hopefully.
I'll be careful to trust the cultist, the cult leader. Oh,
Right now, we have an enemy of our enemy type of situation. I would hope, at the very least.
Well, what's saying? Listen, maybe they weren't direct cult, maybe somewhat tied. The second family, she could be straight out lying about it, but maybe the mercs were tangentially aligned. I'm not sure how smart the creature is. You know, angry spirits are not very selective in their targeting. I think in their anger.
Well,
Possibly.
that's unfortunately that will have to be a conversation for the next session. As you'll ponder how you're gonna deal with this, how you're gonna... Maybe this is the magic weapon you need to kill it.
Let's
Thank-
hope so.
Thank you, Colt. Thank you, Miss Colt. Thank you, Miss Colt.
She
On that-
looked up for